Hi friends, today our topic is MCB. MCB called miniature circuit breaker. In this video you can see three types of circuit breaker. This is single pole circuit breaker, this is two pole circuit breaker, and this one is three pole. This all type of MCBs we can use as per our requirements. So in this video we can discuss about the class of MCB. This is very important according to our usage. So friend, I will explain on the paper. So friends, today we will discuss about the MCB specification and what is the difference of all type of MCB class. So friends, like B type, C type, D type, K type and Z type. Friends, this 5 type of MCB we can use in normal routines. So we can discuss about the difference between in these 5 types. B type MCB, what is the function of B type MCB, C type MCB, D type MCB, K type MCB and Z type MCB. So first you take one circuit breaker. You can see in the top of breaker, this is the brand of circuit breaker, and downside this is the model, and here you can see clearly C10A. So friend, this is the class of breaker C, and this is the rating of breaker. C is showing the class of breaker and 10A is showing what is the rating of this breaker. So friend, now we explain the types of breaker. Friend, the B type breaker, suppose if you have B type, C type, D type, K type or Z type. If you have B type, normally friends, the B type breaker we can use at homes. The usage of breaker is in homes. And suppose we have one breaker, like this is the 10 ampere breaker. If here the class of breaker is B, so what happened? Suppose 10 ampere breaker, like this 10 ampere breaker, and the class is B. If our current is 3 to 5 times extra, friend, if our breaker will take, suppose if our breaker rating is 10 ampere and the breaker will take 3 to 5 times extra current, the breaker will trip in 0.04 seconds. So friend, this type of breaker we can use at homes. If you have B type breaker, you can use at homes. So friends, now we discuss the next class of breaker. This is C class. Friend, first we will discuss about the usage of C type breaker. Friends, this is this breaker is we are using normally for inductive load. And you know very well the inductive load is normally, this is called motorized load. If you will use your electricity in induction motors or other type of motors, you will use C type. I have already C type breaker. You can see here C10A. C type breaker you can use for induction load. And if you don't available this B type breaker, You can use also C-type breaker in home also. So friends, if we have 10 ampere C-type breaker, you can use for induction load. And now we check how much this time for tripping. If this breaker will take 5 to 10 times more than breaker rating, suppose your breaker is 10 ampere and the breaker will take 5 to 10 times extra as per rating, the breaker will trip in 0.04 seconds to 5 seconds. So guys, I hope you will understand B type or C type breakers very clearly. Now friends, we come in the third class of breaker. This is called D type. Friends, normally you can listen, don't use D type breakers at home, because the reason behind in this thing, if you will use this breaker at home, they will take more tripping time, so your things or your electrical components will be burn very easily. So friends, suppose if you have a breaker 10 ampere but the class is D. If you have 10 ampere breaker, the class is D. So first we will discuss about use, where this breaker we can use. This breaker we can use for welding plants, or X-ray machines. So friends, normally we can see this breaker we can use for welding plants. Now we will talk about the tripping time. Boss, this breaker will take 10 to 20 times extra. Suppose if our breaker rating is 10 ampere and the type of breaker is D type. So if the short circuit or something will happen, so this load will come 100 to 200 ampere. In this condition, this breaker will trip in 0.04 second to 5 seconds. So friends, you can understand about B type, C type or D type breakers. Suppose if you have B type breakers, this B type breaker we can use at homes and the tripping time is 3 to 5 seconds. And the C type breaker, suppose you have any type of induction load, this is the 5 to 10 times. Suppose this 10 ampere breaker, you can use the load in a field, the load will take 5 to 10 times extra, the breaker will trip in 0.04 second to 5 second. And the third type is D type. If you have 10 ampere breaker, we can use this breaker in welding machine or X-ray machine, and the time of tripping is, when you will take this 10 ampere, you can multiply 10 times to 20 times. Suppose this 10 ampere breaker, this will be multiplied by 10, so is called 100 ampere. When this breaker will take 100 ampere extra current, so the time of tripping is 0.02 5 seconds. Now friends, we have remaining two types, K type or Z type. So friends, we will talk about this both type of breakers. So friend, now we talk about K type. Friends, this is called sensitive breaker. So friends, this is the K type MCB. This is called sensitive MCB. So why we called about this MCB sensitive? So you can understand, I hope I will explain properly. Suppose we have one MCB, the type of MCB is K type, and the rating of MCB is 10 ampere. So friends, if this MCB will take 8 to 12 time extra current, suppose this MCB rating is 10 ampere and it will take 8 to 12 time extra, so this MCB will trip in 1 millisecond. So friends, according to this tripping time, this is called sensitive MCB, because if your MCB rating is 10 ampere and it will take 8 to 12 time extra, so this MCB will trip in only in 1 millisecond. So friend, our next question is, where we use these MCBs? These MCBs we are using in semiconductors, and the transistors. So friend, I hope I explained 4 MCBs. Now we discuss the last type of MCB. This is called Z type. Friends, now we talk about the Z type MCB. Like Z type MCB, this MCB is high sensitive MCB. So friends, we will discuss about the specification of Z type MCB. If we have 10 ampere rating Z type MCB, this will take 2 to 3 times extra. Suppose if you have Z type MCB and the rating of MCB is 10 ampere and 2 to 3 times extra current will be passed on this MCB, the MCB will trip. So how much the duration of time? This MCB will trip in 1 millisecond. And we can use this MCB also semiconductor or transistors. I hope friends you understand about the types of MCBs and what is the difference about MCB properly. So we can choose according to our load or our specification what kind of MCB we can use for our system. I hope you understand clearly. Thank you very much. If you have any question or you want any help,